So this is the payout for 5 days of rain in the lights.
I got this.
There's Mountain Thru. There's the sunset. Mount Washington in the background. Beautiful. Here it is, top of Mount Washington. Not quite the summit. Headed for the summit now. And as expected, it was a windy and foggy climb, but it was a mostly controlled climb. It wasn't anything crazy. I have no idea where I am. I think this is the summit right up here. And now it's raining at the very top. I don't really know where I am. So I'm going to pause this until I get to the top. Well, here's the summit of Mount Washington. We got a little more white tunnel here, but man, this is great to be up here. I'm going to go inside, warm up, and charge my stuff. Just celebrate a little bit. This is great. So this is what it's like getting down from Mount Washington. It was even windier at the top. I was being pushed over. But we're down about 300 feet from the peak. A couple hundred more feet. Hopefully we'll do the trick. Oh, and here's the Cog Railway. Right here. That's cool. Alright, I'll put this away and get off this hill. Well, the train is right there somewhere, like right next to us. We can't see it. So, maybe we'll in a second. Kind of looking that way. This is crazy. Oh, there it is. Deep shadow. And there it goes. So that's what we went through today. And that about sums it up. Headed down the mountain pretty soon. the peak of Mount Madison. Last of the presidential peaks. Now we begin the long climb down. It's going to consume the rest of our day. Over there is the Mount Washington Auto Road, where you could pay to go up the mountain instead of work for it like we did. No, I'm just kidding. Auto Road is cool. I've used it before. We're making it down Madison now. One of the steepest climbs in the whole AT, I think. So I've got to pay attention. Alrighty. That's where we got to get to. Hi. So tonight we are bunking at the Pinkham Notch Visitor Center. We did a 15-mile day today. I am tired. We went over Mount Washington from Lakes of the Cloud Hut, over Mount Jefferson, Adams, and Madison. Madison was a huge climb down. And that's 15 miles. We're through the presidentials. So we're going to get some sleep. And tomorrow we do the Wildcats, which could be a long day. That's supposed to be one of the hardest climbs in the whole AT. Alright. Good night. Well, this is the first little bit of Wildcat. I put away my poles and just used my hands. And it's working out. Little by little. Well, Wildcat is by far the hardest climb. You can see the entire presidentials from up here. Wow. We got the Guillotine Jr. here. So this is the top of Wildcat Mountain A. And down there is Carter Notch Hut, the last hut in the hut system. And our next destination. It's something like 800 feet below us. And that's, beyond that, we're doing this mountain. So we've got our work cut out for us, one way or another. Beautiful views today. And that's where I was about 30 minutes ago. I'm down here by the lake. The hut is somewhere over there. And this is beautiful. Nice mountain lake. There's some hikers over there. This is the top of Mount Moriah. And over there, that's Mount Washington. Mount Jefferson, Mount Adams, Mount Madison. And that's the climb we did out of Madison, which was insane. And over there, that's Maine. Very close now. Way back there. This is really beautiful. I'm gonna head into Gorham now. 6 more miles and head to Hassel and just kind of reflect on what I've done, because I'm through the whites now. It's pretty amazing. See you there. If you know the movie reference, then you're a true Italian. Good morning. We're walking away from Gorham and Route 2. We get a nice little road walk to start the day. And today's the day we hope to get to Maine. It's 17.2 miles, which historically isn't that much, but it's a lot of climbing today if we're to do it. So we'll see how it goes, because tomorrow's going to rain, and we need to use the non-rainy days to move along nicely. So here we are at the much revered 1901.2 mile marker. Another major milestone. And less than 300 miles to the end of the trail. Man, I've been waiting for 1901.2 forever, and we're finally here. So this is a pond that echoes! And there's nobody around us. Except for these little bugs. Haven't seen anybody north or southbound today. We're just walking in the woods. So this is just short of the peak of Mount Success. Looking back one last time on New Hampshire. All the mountains I've climbed. It's amazing. Just a mile or two away from Maine now. After I come down from Success, pretty much at the state line. But of course, I have to battle some mud first. So let's do that. So this is the last state line that we cross. After I go through this, I could say I've done Georgia to Maine. It's been an amazing journey. Let's do this. So we just summited our first mountain in Maine in pretty terrible weather. Windy, cold, and rainy. Really sucks, honestly. It's nice to still be at the top, and now head down. Good morning and welcome to day 148 of my through hike. We start today with a nice view of the White Tunnel on the final descent before the famous Mahoosic Notch, which is supposed to be the hardest 0.8 miles on the trail, or most fun depending on the weather and how you feel about it. Hoping it could be fun. About to find out. Here we go. We're doing the hardest mile. Actually, technically it's the hardest 0.8. Somewhere in there, all hell is going to break loose. Don't know where, but I'm assuming it's quickly. And it's a little bit wet, so I'm going to put everything away. Take it slow.
Radar, could you pull it back a little bit to you?
So this here is the trail. I just came through that hole in the rock where the arrow is. Had to take my pack off. Now I get to do some bouldering for the next 5/10 of a mile. More of the Mahoosic Notch here. Going through a little cave. Really hard to video this, but it's pretty crazy what is considered trail here. 2/3 of the way up Mahoosic Arm. Starting to get some views, and really thankful that the rain has held off so far. This here is the trail. We're supposed to go across a beaver dam. Very pretty, but I don't think it's great for a trail. Anyways, time to have some fun with this.
Beautiful thing, and it'll start raining.
Good morning. What you hear is the silence of upstate Maine on day 149 of the through hike. Let me show you around. That's what we're looking at. Yesterday we went into Bethel, Maine. We got a ride from somebody who summited 2 weeks ago. And we got a nice burger for dinner and stayed at a motel and dried up. He told us that we have now done the worst of the climbs in the trail, and it's going to start to get easier. I've done 1.4 today, climbed 1,100 feet or so, Aiming for 17 today. Right now I'm headed over Bald Plate. We're gonna see how it goes. Weather's a little better. And I'll see you up trail. Oh, this is the peak of West Bald Plate Mountain. Could be exposed here above tree line, essentially, until I get up and over that mountain, which is Bald Plate East. This is the biggest climb of my day. I'm very happy to be done with it in good weather. Well, I just saw my life flash before my eyes on this ridiculous bald face mountain. Obviously the video doesn't do it justice, but man, I am happy to survive that. There's nothing stopping you sliding down hundreds of feet. But almost there. Wow. I got some wild blueberries up here. All over the place.
Yeah, I have mulberries in Harper's Ferry.
All around.
Yeah. Off the trees. Yep.
This is good.
Roger. You're scaring.
Good morning and welcome to day 150 of the Thru hike. We're starting the day with a nice view. Coming down a mountain, going up another. Got a couple of tall climbs today, including Old Blue. But it seems like the climbs aren't as steep or as treacherous as the ones prior. And so we could probably make a 15 to 20 mile day today. Especially with the sky looking like that. Wow. Sunny skies. Well, we're going to have a good hike today. So I've been sitting up here at the top of Old Blue past 15 minutes or so. Having a little lunch. Pack most of it up. This is my food bag, by the way. I don't carry a whole ton of food. I never really saw the point in it. But just had some lunch, which was a pita with tuna salad and a Snickers bar. I'm about to pack up and then head out and try to get a couple more of these mountains. The trail goes that way. Yes, we still have mud. Right on the trail here. Maine continues to be a slow trudge. It is hard. They make you earn every single mile. But I heard it gets easier pretty soon. And I've seen some signs of that. So I'm going to keep on keeping on here. Alrighty. Well, here I am at the top of Bemis Mountain. Another peak in the bag here in Maine. Through the mud. But it's sunny. So there's a lot to be thankful for. Very positive events going on today. Onward and downward. Good morning. Welcome to day 151 of the Thru hike. I'm here at the top of Bemis Mountain, second peak. And we have just done 1.43 miles. Today is going to be a little less climby. We got about 2,700 feet of ascent as opposed to yesterday's 5,000. And it's over 16 miles as opposed to 13. We didn't hit our goal yesterday, which was 16 miles, I think it was. The terrain was just too tough to do it, and we packed it in at the shelter. So today we had to do a total of 17.7 to get a ride into town. The town of Rangeley, where we have a room. So I'm going to get to it here and be on my way. So we finished the hike for the day, 17.25 miles. And now we're walking over to the hiker hut, which is a hostel that's full, but we've been told that they might give us a ride into town where we have a room booked. So we're gonna find that out. Just a quarter mile up here on the right. We'll see what happens.